While my mother was dying from a terminal illness, my father was having an affair. Now he wants me at his wedding. When I was 17 years old, my mother was diagnosed with a terminal illness. She fought it for 2 years. During that time, my father was rarely around. He said he was always working and traveling for business. My aunt and my grandmother were the ones who took care of my mother. 2 years later, my mother passed away. 5 months after her funeral, my father sat me down and introduced me to his new girlfriend. I was furious. I yelled at him for moving on so quickly after my mother's death. That is when they told me the truth. They had not just met. They had been in a relationship for 3 years. My father had been cheating on my mother while she was dying. Those business trips were never for work. They were to see his affair partner. I packed my things that same day and left his house. I cut contact completely. I have not spoken to my father since. I am now 25 years old. The only family member I still speak to is the aunt who helped me when I left. A few days ago, that aunt called me. She asked how I was doing, then asked if I had heard from my father. I asked her why I ever would. She told me my father was getting married to the woman he cheated with, and that attending the wedding could help us repair our relationship. I told her he was dead to me. There was silence on the phone. Then my father spoke. He had been there the entire time, listening. I hung up immediately. I later texted my aunt, reminding her that she promised never to share my information with him. She replied that I was cruel, that my father was devastated, and that I should have moved on by now. I blocked her. 2 days later, a wedding invitation arrived in my mailbox. Only my aunt had my address. Soon after, I began receiving calls and messages from my father's side of the family. Uncles, aunts, cousins. Some begged me to attend. Others insulted me. Then I received a message from the affair partner herself. She said my father might postpone the wedding and that I should just talk to him. For context, she had been a friend of my mother and knew she was terminally ill. I told her it was not my responsibility if the wedding was postponed. I did not want a relationship with either of them. Now my family says I am heartless. They say I should forgive him and move on. So tell me, am I the one in the wrong? Would you attend the wedding or would you stay no contact? Let me know what you think.